Hello class, my name is Cristian Portillo. I'm here to discuss with you about Windows 8. Today's presentation is going to be about a Windows 8 feature, which I'm going to expand upon how it works, where does the feature come from, the advantages or disadvantages of using it, and how the feature will help the user later on. As well, I'm going to discuss about two of my favorite apps that I love using within Windows 8. The feature I will be talking about today is the Windows Snap feature. This feature will allow Windows to be snapped left or right, meaning where it will be automatically put on the screen to be covered half of it. The Windows Snap feature might work differently depending on the device which Windows 8 is installed. If Windows 8 is installed on the computer, the user must use the mouse, while if Windows 8 is installed on a tablet, they must use the touchscreen within the tablet. In order to snap an application within a computer, the user must move the mouse all the way to the top until the cursor changes. If the cursor changes, the user must grab the application by left-clicking it, then moving it to the left or right, which automatically prompts you to snap it by showing you a visual coverage of it. While on a tablet, it works a similar gesture by touching and holding the application and then moving it to the left and right. The Windows Snap feature was first seen within Windows 7, which worked by moving the windows of an application to the left or right to snap it on, covering half the screen, but the taskbar will still be shown. This feature worked the same way within Windows Desktop, but now the Windows Desktop is considered an app. Because Windows application works more differently than programs within the desktop, every app will be shown full screen, which means that the taskbar will no longer be shown within the Windows application if both of them, even if they're displayed side by side. The pros of using the Snap tool will allow the user to have two applications next to each other side by side. And since it's running applications, it will be covering the entire screen, having two of them next to each other. There's also a slider between the applications which can resize both of them, meaning that if you change one side of the application, the other one will try to cover in the empty gap. So basically, nothing will be left, not a single gap within the applications. The problem of using the Windows 8 Snap feature is that you can only run two apps at the same time. This may cause problems for some users who wants to use more than two, such as for example, weather, Microsoft Office, and surfing the internet. And since you're running two full applications covering the screen, you have a small area to work on, and you also have a small display showing the contents of the app. So how does the Windows Snap feature will help the user? The Windows Snap tool will help the user improve in multitasking, meaning that it can work on two things at the same time between two different apps. The user can surf the web while sending messages to their friends, or they can be reading an article while typing information based on that article. The Windows Snap tool creates a simple and beautiful environment to work on since you have a full cover screen between two applications. The only thing that is interrupting between those two applications is a slider, but the slider can be used to rearrange the windows without leaving a gap between the two, with the reason being that if you rearrange one side, the other will be changed as well. Now that I finished talking about the Snap tool, let's go over two of the apps that I use within Windows 8 that I like using. The first application is a simple file manager called Metro Commander, which the design is based on Windows 8 theme, and it also contains really cool features such as dual pane or file preview in its background. The dual pane can be used to have two directories next to each other without opening another application of the same file manager, and you can use these two directory panes to move one file to another, which makes it more easier than regular file management. And it also contains file preview in its background, which allows you to hear music, view videos, or see pictures within the background without opening the full file, which can still be opened by double clicking it. The price for this application is free, but you can still have some in-app purchase for other themes and many more things. Moving on from something productive to something more fun is a game called Radiant. Radiant is a classic throwback to vertical shooters, going through space and shooting enemies, and after shooting all the enemies, in the end you'll be greeted by a boss. The game has multiple levels, and it also has weapons which can later be upgraded. I like the design since it's simple and it's also colorful. There's a trial version of this game, but If you want to have more bosses and more levels, you can buy the full game within the game. I hope you like this presentation, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we see each other again. Bye bye.